I think. There we go. I did start stream. Hi, Box.
Ugh, hi, Gigi.
Hi, Boots. Hi, Gigi.
Ugh.
Hey, Gagent. Hi, Callie. Oh, that's... I don't know why I opened that. That's voice meter.
Gigi is short for jerk. I just is. Jerk.
There we go. Oh, I need to sit back. I've been leaning forward, adjusting this microphone. Ow. Sound? Sound! Okay. Ow. I still think there's a freaking closer fairy fountain than the one I always go to, but this is the one I always go to. I can't stop now. I've come so far. Like, this is... I'm a regular here. They know my order.
Yeah, no. I mean, they don't mix that second potion the way this fairy does.
Mm-hmm. Also, I have a new microphone arm because I was lazy and I didn't set it up, and my last microphone arm literally collapsed while I was in the other room and slammed half of the microphone arm onto my PC case, thankfully not doing any damage. But, if I sound weirdly faint, let me know and I'll try and adjust the position as best I can.
And I'm here too.
Mm-hmm. I think I put it in the same spot it used to be, and the mic's the same, so... I don't... No, I do have the magic shield! Why did I lock that? Was I swinging? Wink. Wait, what's... No, this is the fastest way to get there. Yeah, because I have the ladder. Yes. How many Links have I killed? It's over...
180 something.
That's... I was like... My brain just pulled up the number 130, and I was like, that's way too low. I know that's not right.
It says, yeah, Gigi, you sound completely normal.
I'm Gigi? I'm Gigi? Wait. Yeah, no, this will get me. Yes. Wait. No.
Wait.
No.
No, wait. Yes, wait, no.
Oh, wait, they both... Oh, boy. I know where I'm going. I can't... I think these both will take me there? Boink. Callie, that's a valid theory. Ow. Well, now I want another heart. Give me a heart. Thank you. Nope, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, next on Frank Plays the Classics. Is Mario 3?
Yeah, I think the other two were Mario 3 and Yoshi's Island.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez?
That's right, you haven't played Yoshi's
Oh,
Island.
no, I never did.
Fuck.
I didn't have an SNES.
Well, I guess I'll have to go through even more Super Nintendo titles. So you didn't play Super Mario World?
This is embarrassing. I always get the names mixed up, but I think I have. But I never remember which Mario game is which of the.
Dinosaur Points.
I played that on GBA.
Well, if you guys out there can think of any classic of games that you don't know if Frank has played, you should bring them up. Because then we'll make Frank play them.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to alternate doing a Classics of Frank and a not Classics of Frank, because I need to...
Yeah, but we needed to fill slots because you had no idea what you wanted to stream anyway.
That's not true. I have like 5 potential games.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't do most of them, and then you couldn't decide.
Level 9. Also, I guess the new Doom game comes out, and it might be fun to stream that at least once, blind. I don't know. Probably, maybe not all the way through, because everyone will probably just play it if they want to. I don't remember if you guys get boomeranged. You do not, it seems. But you do go through me if I hit you, so that's nice. I guess I'll go the way that the door opened? Hi, Gigi. Oh god, what good timing!
There they are!
No, keep going. Here we go. Window. Not for Gigi's sake, but it will make her go over there. Hi, Positronic.
Hi, Positronic. Likes.
Oh god, right. I can lose something through them.
Goodbye, Magic Shield. It was nice while it lasted. You know, that 10 minutes on the overworld.
I got it for most of last stream, I think. Didn't do much. I guess I'll just keep going left. I'll remember that, at least. Yay, look guys.
Nice. Again. Rawr.
Rawr. Rawr.
Rawr. I have a key.
A key. Yeah, it's just one. Oh, okay. Well, I bet one of these goes... eh. I don't bet a lot.
I don't bet a lot, I say after I've gone through half of them. I mean, maybe it's not...
Well, I'm adjusting my bet accordingly as the odds get worse. Yeah, okay, I knew it. None of them push. I didn't know that.
Let's play a money-making game. Hey. We're orange.
Ow.
Ooh. We were 10th enemy. That's our name.
How well do I recall Zelda 2? Okay, there's definitely a wall to bomb there, but without a map, I'm not risking getting cursed.
I actually would just like to watch you play that even if you don't stream it.
You said that. I could totally just be the next one. I remember it poorly enough that it would be pretty fresh still. I'm not even confident I did beat it. I just think I did. But then when people said, like, oh, the last bits are really obtuse, I don't think I would have used a guide. And I didn't own it. I would have been playing someone else's copy. Or I did play someone else's copy. I mean, so there's a good chance maybe I never beat it. Okay, that just takes me there. I guess I knew that. Oh, but it does let me do this. Right. Alright. Haha!
I don't give a shit about magic games. But how did you...
Haha!
No! Likes! Get him!
Weird jelly. Weird vegan. Right, I don't know why that particular... I always think I can get in. You can't. You need to bait them. Ow!
Hello, little boy or little girl. Would you like a
Oh, they're still hitting me so much!
one-time treat? No! Wait! A cavalcade of marmalade.
Why did you go do-do-do-do-do-do?
You did it!
And nothing happened.
You did it!
Nothing happened. You
did
didn't
it.
do anything.
You did it.
Why did it do that? Right. That doesn't do shit. Oh, there's a lot of you.
Puzzle solved!
I don't...
Rawr.
Oh god, you haven't seen you... Wait, have I seen you at all in Second Quest? I'm not sure I have.
I just saw them at all in First Quest until level 900.
Oh, is that true? Maybe that's true. I thought... Ow! I thought you only did that twice for some reason. Oh. Ow. Ow. Ugh. Oh boy.
Yes.
Not gonna do the weird, like, death then heal thing again. Still can't believe that happened. I wonder how narrow that is. Like, the likelihood.
The likelihood.
Nice! Dude.
Good one, boss!
Ow. Oh, I thought that would block it. I'm trying to shoot sword beams I don't have. Now it's just you and me.
Now it's just me.
Now it's just me and these statues.
Rawr.
Alright. Wait, does that actually... No, okay, it doesn't freeze those guys, so great.
No, those are blade traps.
And I'm back at the start.
You did it!
It took a big loop. I was pretty sure I was lined up with that. Ow.
We are the masters of movement. Do-do-do-do.
I do like how close that was to your Grum voice. Because it makes me think of Grum as the Master's Movement.
It makes you think of Ezekiel.
Yeah, and then I stopped thinking. Oh no.
Yeah,
No!
what a terrible character. In a sea of terrible characters.
Good! I would love to get that. Ow,
Game with, like, no... We can still eat you.
bullshit. Ow.
Hi, Maid!
Hi, man! Oh, wait. I feel like I walked through that. Whatever.
Maid, are there any classics of game that you would like to see Frank play on stream because he hasn't played them?
You'd be more likely to know than most and think of one that would be suitable. I'm sure if I sat down and thought...
No,
Think of some.
Boots! That's not a classic of anything. That belongs up Biffo's bumhole.
More like a Vlasic of game. Because it's... a pickle.
Yeah, like Police Quest 3 The Kindred.
Boy, I mean, it has been a while since I did a bad game, too. I have a couple that Jimmy Franks asked me to do like 4 years ago. I think one of them was the Aeon Flux game, actually.
Oh.
Relevant to recent conversations. Well, okay, that didn't seem to go anywhere unless I have to bomb a... Well, I did have an idea about up here. Hold on. Before I...
That's where Dizzy came from, Dr. Buttplug. And that's where he's going back.
Alright. Oh, wait. There's a door that goes down?
Door that goes down.
Over there. I guess
Door
I
that goes
didn't
down.
take that one. Well.
Into the door that goes down.
I was thinking, I feel like there's a room there, because if I've got the rooms in my head right, there's an empty space. Yeah, there's just a door in. Oh, well, I can't take that door, can I? Ugh.
Stairs.
Ow. Very bad at that. Could you spawn somewhere I can hit you? Thank you. I really appreciate that. You know, as long as I'm here, I'm just gonna bomb this wall.
It's called the Kindred because Jesse Baines has a brother.
Oh.
I didn't mean to hit enter.
It did give it a real dramatic...
No, it's good though.
A dizzy fan engine, Jesus.
So,
I mean, it'd be pretty easy to make. You just drop they already reused the same assets, as far as I could tell.
and when you say a dizzy fan engine, you mean an engine made by and for a whole bunch of gross middle-aged British men who are very obsessed with the genitals of 14-year-olds. So, you know, have fun with them.
Yeah. Gotta love it. Contractually. Oh. Well, okay. I guess that gets me here. Why? What? What's the point of that? Can I bomb this wall?
Well, they come from the they come from the fact that these men are pedophiles.
What's the point of this thing? Whatever. Maybe it was to hint that there's an area over there, but I already discovered that. I don't know.
Sorry, they're just cheeky. They're cheeky lads, I should say.
These aren't the permanent
I'm
curses.
talking about the fans of Dizzy and Biffo. Because they are exclusively... They are exclusively... They are exclusively nostalgic British older men.
Mm-hmm. And not just because the British are terrible, but also that's where those things were, and you'd never like those if it wasn't part of the culture. Like, no kid in another country who came across a Biffo comic by accident was like, I like this and want to see more of this. It was...
I mean, I don't expect you to, but Boots does for some reason, so we have to let Boots have his let Boots have his not all Brits moment.
Always doing that.
Well, he doesn't. He does for Dizzy for some reason.
What's the point of this room, then? Oh, is this a skull shape?
Cape for all these Prince Charles fans.
Well, joke's on them. I got the good amount of bombs, and now I hold 12.
But you'd like to have more bombs.
Ow. Yeah, I knew what he was doing.
Nate, I don't think you actually did tell me that.
I was watching a very dour social realist British serial killer movie from the 80s, and the killer goes to a convenience store, and there's a Biffo comic on display. I have the sex number of bombs. That's right, I have A9 if you combine them.
Well, no, because the bomb kind of looks like a 6.
That's true.
did it!
Wow, I did it.
Box.
Oops.
Knowing you, you'll just stumble across them on your own.
This is a stupid idea, but what if it's like, bomb? What if it's like, you can actually push one of these again? I don't know how that would work.
Hi, GG.
I'm sniffing this. It's new. I'm new. The only way I know how to sniff things is to literally put my nose directly on the object to smell it.
Mm-hmm.
She's just rubbing her nose all over the microphone arm.
And in case you are all thinking, oh no, obviously she's marking it, like she's moving her cheek across it too. These two just don't understand what cats do. No, it is just the tip of her nose.
Mm-hmm. She barely does the marking thing, honestly.
Yeah, she really doesn't.
She'll rub against legs sometimes, but only if you're in the kitchen.
And she doesn't know why.
No. Ooh, an image.
Yeah!
Oh, you weren't making a joke. That's just one of the programmers. Got it.
Yeah, that looks like a guy that has an opinion. That looks like a guy who has an opinion on what somebody has in their knickers.
Oh boy, GG. Where are you going from here? What? Oh, the table ended? she sniffed the end of the table and then looked up and was like, oh, it's the end of the table. God. Get your shit together. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's a handy shortcut. Except it's more than a shortcut. It also lets me go this way, I guess.
Oh, they're pants. God. You're right. How silly. Me. What do you guys call them? Box? I think I mean, if I thought about it, I would remember. But also, I was deliberately not learning them while I was there. Thanks, Gigi.
What? Oh, I was gonna jump off, but then I decided not to.
What about fancy dress? What's fancy dress to you?
Oh, there they are making a Dizzy game.
Yeah, there's those brothers.
The Dizzy Brothers, as
The
I like
Dizzy
to call them.
brothers on their fucking boat.
But juked me.
Do you think they got deported from Spain?
One can only hope.
I bet they couldn't afford to go
Wait.
to Spain in the first place
Oh.
because they made Dizzy.
I'm here now. But
Yeah, that's what I thought, Box. Weirdo.
I can't go back?
I can't go. Nope. You can't go back.
It's a one? That's a new mechanic, I think.
Mm-mm.
Oh, how's there were...
No, you have.
Okay.
In second quest, even. I think it happens once in, first quest. It probably happens a couple more times, but it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Or maybe I'm thinking of second quest again.
It would have to... No, because there's no walking through walls in
It
first quest.
does matter. It does happen earlier than you expect in second quest, but it doesn't matter, so you don't check it.
Oh no, I was gonna remove that space. I was so close to removing the space, and you deleted it.
Yay! Thank you, Maid. Now I don't have to open up the fucking Twitch app, which sucks.
I'm gonna just leave it there. I want my viewers to click on that.
Well, then they have to remove the space.
Oh, this is just a whole maze of these three-ways, huh?
Yeah, no, I know, Maid. The app is worse.
I'm in danger. Oh dear.
I only know that one because people on the internet.
I wasn't intentionally saying that at first, and then I was like, oh, I am saying that. I can't. No, my sword's not long enough. Do you guys come to this area? No.
What? Why would we do that? We can shoot you from here.
Cool if you did that.
Hi.
Oh.
Alright, I'll master a move over here.
Thank you. Oh. What the fuck is this room? Oh boy. I'm probably gonna... I'm out of potion.
I don't know. You wanna try walking through it?
Yeah.
Well, then keep doing that.
Continue to try walking through it?
No, why not? Hi, Chai. There you go.
Hi, Chai.
You did it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I guess... In what world could I... Huh.
Kitchen nightmares after where Gordon Ramsay has to rehab a British expat restaurant in coastal Spain for British tourists. I don't think you had to... I don't know if you told me about it or not. I think I remember it. I think I saw it.
Oh boy. Powers. Biffo had no superpowers apart from being a bear possessing human-level intelligence. Abilities. Zookeeping. Strength level. Biffo had the strength level appropriate to a bear of his age, weight, and species who engaged in regular, moderate exercise.
Not true. I have seen several upsetting comics in which Biffo was temporarily extra strong.
Weaknesses. Latterly. Lost the ability to talk.
Yeah, I did see that one, mate. I do remember that one. Man.
I remember the prawns and chocolate sauce.
I actually remember the, all the fucking burgers and chippy, because I was just like, God, I fucking hate the British. The British just drain culture from everything they touch. They're worse than the Midwest.
So, like, if I push this...
You did it!
But there's no world in which...
You did it!
I can push this and then get over there.
You did it! You did it! Da 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 da.
What am I missing?
You did it.
Because I can't do both of those things.
You did it!
I don't think I did it.
Do 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 do.
Like... What a...
Callie says, Frank, 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 Frank.
What a confusing room. I don't understand. Also, so far this map looks like it's going to be a skull wearing a top hat.
You know what, mate? I agree.
I also agree. I have a specific take on both Kitchen Nightmares and Hotel Hell companion show, which is like... The restaurants he features, there's a lot of things he features that are all kind of have the same problems of like, yeah, there's just not enough money and they're making bad food. And they usually have to spice it up with a lot of fakeness in those ones, and those ones all
US
follow...
or UK?
This is sort of true of both.
Okay.
But it's more true of US. They have to spice it up more with a bit... They sort of have to follow the standard script for those. But then when a restaurant has a more interesting problem with people who are genuinely trying, or when they find genuine train wrecks of people, those are the best episodes because they do less faking. And they just sort of let the stuff happen.
Oh man, May was talking to me about reading reactions to the end of The Sopranos and how nobody understood the show. I haven't seen The Sopranos, so I am mostly taking his word for it, but what he's described to me what he's described to me on is honestly a phenomenon that I've experienced plenty of times in other shows, where something is popular so everybody sees it, but everybody seeing it is kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't actually engage with what they're seeing. And then they miss every point.
The prototypical modern example is Breaking Bad.
Yeah, no,
that's
like,
the one.
Like Breaking Bad, it was the Sopranos of that decade.
I beat you to it, butt plug. The current take is like, yeah, obviously Walt was the bad guy, but also it's reasonable that you think he's cool because they give him all these cool action moments, and like you are supposed to think that he's doing things for his family, actually. Anyway. It's like, no, that's still wrong. You're not smarter just because you're, like, not siding with the Manosphere people.
Man.
It's still wrong.
Man, capitalism sucks. Oh, but this is the wrong way to react to it. Oh wait, it's not actually a personal grudge against you, you dipshit. I only watched a little bit of that show. I had to stop at a certain point because a certain plot point was frustrating to me, so I needed to take a break and I never got back to it. Which was pretty early on, so I need to watch more of it.
Yeah, it's on your list.
Yeah, that list.
I mean, I have like 4 shows on that list. That's doable, even at our rate. I think. I haven't actually counted them, but it's not a lot.
Well, then let's do a bit.
Sure. Ow. I'm looking for a place that sells potions. I'm going into battle, and I need your strongest potion.
The point of Breaking Bad is that Walter White is an American man.
Yes. It sure fucking is. And there's a lot of American men who watch the show, unfortunately.
Yeah, so they obviously don't understand it because it's actively critiquing them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not, and I said critique, not criticizing, critiquing them. Which they don't understand the difference between anyway, so they don't pay attention to it.
It's also a show where most of the time, instead of having characters be archetypes and like stand-ins for things, they try and have people act realistically, and that always throws people for a loop. Because they think real people act like cartoon characters already, so they're not prepared for fictional characters, you know, having flaws or whatever.
But it's really fucking depressing how many people don't understand how people actually are.
Yeah.
And what's even more upsetting is that people who understand how people actually are don't seem to understand that most people aren't like them.
Potion? Damn it. Well, I mean, as long as I'm here.
This is me putting you all on blast, by the way. This is me saying you all give other people way too much credit and leeway. Oh yeah, no, I mean... Oh, you mean that bitch? That bitch who, if I recall correctly, eventually kind of gets involved with it and does things better. And, they call her a bitch about it again. The fans.
There's a very... Do you care about spoilers for...
I already know a lot of the big
things.
I would want to watch it to watch the actual thing.
She ends up cheating on him at some point.
Yeah, oh, the fucking whore.
Yeah, so that, like...
I can't imagine why!
Yeah!
I can't imagine what's unfulfilling about their relationship! No.
After the 3rd or 4th time that he vanishes mysteriously? Yeah. And comes back and lies to her about it?
No, I think by season 2, and even though I understand that the plot the arc is resolving itself pretty rapidly by television standards. Just the arc with his son, just really fucking.
I guess this is the closest one.
Is really fucking hard for me. So I had to take it in doses and then take a break. And then I didn't end that break by accident. I mean, yeah, man, that's why I said the Breaking Bad is the Sopranos of its decade.
In many ways, yes.
That's a pretty decent one.
Yay. I don't know if this was the closest fairy fountain. It's the one I ended up finding and knowing where it was. I feel like there was a closer one, but maybe not.
Positronic says, IDK how people can hate Skylar White, yo. Her husband is Walter White, yo. I would like to think that there is a small and very confused portion of the viewership of that show that was really mad at her and thought she was a bitch and everything because they kept superimposing his character from Malcolm in the Middle onto Walter White. He's such a sweet, he's like an affably misunderstood guy. This is terrible. How could they be treating him like this? Although Malcolm in the Middle, even though it is a lighthearted comedy sitcom, it also basically is like, no, their mom is actually the most correct person in this entire show, and you can tell that people would villainize her for that.
That's part of the reason she acts the way she does. Is she's like, I'm gonna get villainized for being right anyway. Fuck it. Like, I might as well be proactively aggressive.
Skylar or Jane Kasmerik's character, Malcolm in the Middle?
That one.
Both.
Fuck, I can't remember her name. I almost had it.
Lois.
Thank you!
Thanks, Positronic. You're right, Hal would never. He'd be like, that might hurt people. Hal is the embodiment of, they can't do that, that's illegal.
I'm pretty sure there are like a few episodes where he breaks an extremely minor rule after like days of agonizing about it. And he's like, ho ho! Okay, so I've got this room. Hold on. Let's go over there.
Oh! It was also a show about the ranger from Babylon 5 going back in time right before he died, delaying the fleet to save Sheridan's allies.
He's in that, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, he is? Oh, he's... Wait. Kepper?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he's
the guy I hate!
He's just a really minor character.
Oh, that I never saw?
You probably saw him, you might have forgotten. I don't remember, you might not have seen him.
Callie, for your information, several of these people watched Babylon 5 all the way through. I was with them until about halfway through it, I think. And I've made a little further, but whatever. So I have incomplete knowledge of Babylon 5.
Oh god, I got destroyed.
Oh, a link. And?
Yeah, right, he is there.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, I remember. It took me a bit, but I was like, oh yeah, he was there.
I had trouble after season 1 ended. Pretty largely because I was... honestly, And maybe this is silly of me, but a lot of Babylon 5 to me really was the goofy, like, budget-constrained charm synced up with the lofty ambitions of the show. So I was all about them doing way too much, set designs. And obviously they couldn't do that forever. For lots of reasons. But, you know.
The map. Oh, it's a bug. I think.
Actually, I think it's Ganon.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's just a little guy.
It does look like a little guy. Ganon could be a little guy. Uh-oh. Ugh.
Oracle of Cage's skull mask. It's a little tapir. A cuddly baby tapir. It's a lone wolf, a solitary eagle, a cuddly baby tapir. And that's why I love it.
Did you guys stop that? Stop shooting little balls. Time is frozen. Also, this cursed thing is in the way, huh? Oh! Can I walk through it? Ow, fuck. Shit, I don't... Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna get cursed if I went to it, and I got cursed anyway.
Box, what skull mask are you talking about?
The... Presumably the one that the skull Majora's Mask?
You said ook. You said OOC, and I had no fucking idea what you meant.
Ocarina of Crime.
Also, have you seen their ears? The people in Zelders?
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't horns. They don't have cartilage. Their ears are made of bone.
That's gonna take me back, but... Ow. 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 Okay, I probably need these bombs here.
I think also a big part of, if I looking back on it and thinking about it, I think another issue I had with Babylon 5 was that the world building that it wound up focusing on was the world building I cared about the least. And that happened for all kinds of reasons, but it was still what happened. So my interest also waned.
What's the point of this room? I can't...
Have, like, all these.
Oh, is it just the get uncursed room? But it comes from a room with an uncursed ball.
Oh, God! That guy! Oh, he sucks! Shit. He has very, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that guy! He's so pointless! He's more... Oh, he's not as pointless as Kefir, but that makes him worse.
Kefir's great.
Yeah.
Kefir's actually kind of amazing, especially when you know why he's there.
Because the producer liked to Top Gun?
Yeah. It was like the one ask. They were like, do this. This is the one bit of like...
Kefir! My good friend that has definitely been here this entire time! Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1. Come sit with us and eat lunch! Kefir, my friend! Yeah, fuck Marcus, I hated that guy.
Yeah, no, he sucks. Like, a lot. Wait, what's over there?
Dr. Franklin sucks too. And my understanding is that they don't really make him better so much as they just sort of make him not relevant.
Yeah, they put him through multiple arcs that are meant to, like, be sort of his, like, self-improvement arc, but then he does the same thing again anyway.
He just does the same thing! He fucks a patient!
Yeah, he fucks a patient,
fucks a patient
he
again!
fucks a patient, or gets on drugs and fucks a patient, and then, like, doesn't really improve, and then, yeah, he's just, like, not relevant for the last 2 seasons. He's basically just not in the last... No, he is! Yeah, never mind, he is. Okay. I guess I want to go over there, now that I have the map?
You know, it wasn't that guy's fault, though. I mean, if he just waited a couple more decades, he could have just been house.
Wait,
Yeah, the patient that was actively dying! Oh my god! When he was on his fucking, like, his poverty tour to, like, find himself, and he found, like, this dying woman! That's when he found her, though, Chai! He learned nothing!
Or did he? No, yeah, he found her in, like, the first episode of that.
Yeah, because
yeah,
he's, like, in the weird Babylon 5 slums that exist.
That are, like, really ambiguously large. Like, sometimes... In that case, it seemed like it was a whole fucking country. Other times, it's, like, a town.
But other times, still, it's, like, a hallway.
Yeah.
Of course, this is all ignoring the fact that the best character is only in, like, 2 episodes.
The Mantis guy, who's the under black market guy.
Yeah! And your graph.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best. Love that guy. That's what the show needed more. The show needed more, like, drug ring mantis guys. And, like, a little less romance.
I'd say a lot less romance, but it was a TV show of its
Yeah,
time.
no, I already know I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Hey, you wanna know something really funny? I just realized that the tiny little pixels that verge off of the keys are like little stalks or antenna or whatever. That's part of their head. I always just imagine them as having eyes.
I think I need to see a keys to know what you mean.
Yeah, no. Let me get another one.
Ow. Okay, hypothetically, there's not a...
There's 2. It needed more to graph, and it needed more, news spire. And it needed more, shit, what was her name?
Ivanova?
Ivanova! I know that she's still, like, there. It still needs more of her. She's great. She's amazing. She's a fantastic character, and, she's a fantastic character, and
She is not there in the 5th season.
That's a problem.
Yeah, well, it's not the only problem with the 5th season. It was not supposed to exist, so... Yeah. Oh, keys. Oh wait, no, those are the blobs, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't light this room up.
You know, that's because it's not dark.
It's just...
It's a black floor.
That makes sense. Oh, now I know where... the cannon is. What happens if I exit to the right? Oh, it takes me here, okay.
She's fantastic, and, like, basically everything that the show explores well is explored by her. There are... Okay, it is something she is exploring, it is one of the things the show does well. There are other characters who do explore things well in that show. She's just more consistent. Also,
Yeah,
Jack the Ripper is there.
If her, Jakar or Alondo are on screen, it's probably a good scene. If they're important to the scene.
What's Veer?
Veer.
I would say Veer over Londo.
Well, sure, yeah.
But I understand, like, Londo's an important character. I didn't like him as much as everyone else did. I recognize that he's an important character. Also, nice rupees.
Thank you. Wait, now I'm in this mess again.
You know what though? I want them to hate fuck once, and then Jakar kills Londo, and then Jakar and Veer hook up.
That's...
How about that, Jai?
I mean, it's not what happens. And that's not even a spoiler for you. Like, I think you saw most of that.
Yes.
Hold on. Oh wait, no, there's not.
But no, isn't Veer fated to kill Londo?
No, Veer is fated to become king after Londo.
Mm-hmm.
We learned, like, in, like, episode 2, in one of its earliest moments of, I swear we have a longer plot going, like, Londo tells us that he's had a prophetic death dream, which is a thing that his species does sometimes. And he's seen, Jakar strangle him to death.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. He says that really early on, doesn't he?
What?
The thing about his prophetic death dream.
Yeah, no, like I said,
that's
like
in episode 1, isn't it?
I think it's episode 1, because episode 1 is weird. Oh wait, I'm just thinking the pilot.
Yeah,
it probably is. It probably
they are transparently just Rome.
Yeah.
Unlike anything else we know.
It probably is the actual episode 1. It's probably not the pilot though. That's
right.
The pilot is so weird.
Is the pilot the like long thing that we watched first?
I don't remember if it's longer. It might be a movie length thing. It might not be. I don't recall.
Another thing that
Delenn force chokes. I think Londo, maybe it's Jakar, but she just brutally force chokes him for no reason. And they're really clearly implying that her species is, like, secretly very brutal and cold. And that's not in the rest of the show at all. They're, like, enlightened pacifist monks instead. It's so...
I like that better, though.
What?
I like the idea of them being, like, brutal and cold secretly better.
I kind of did like that idea. And
I mean, I like it in conjunction with the way that they are portrayed. Like, I like the notion of them being like, actually, they're kind of fucked up. And that's obvious to us, but it's also evident in their actions.
As it is, though, we do get a little bit like they're fucked up, but it's more like a Charlian, but not as extreme. Where they know a lot of stuff and just sort of kept it to themselves.
I am, and about as racist.
Yeah. Ow. Oh god, I don't have my sword. Fuck. What the fuck is that?
And then there's also just, you know, it was already hard enough for me to, like, kind of not, like, get past Talia. That was rough. So, like, as it kept going, and I was like, this is the main plot vein, huh? I guess.
Okay, I can't go up here.
And then I was also like, and Delenn is just like a lady now, and I understand it's because her actress could not survive the makeup. Like, it was just horrendous to be in. And I get that, and I don't fault her for that or anything. Story-wise, though, I really hated it. Because that's when they also started leaning heavily into, and there's the sexy times that they're gonna have with each other, and it's really poorly written. And it's like, and of course she's gotta be like a smooth human lady to do that. But that's also just on the coattails of, fuck, man, they really did take the, budding lesbian relationship and make it into a crazy evil thing. That sucks. And then they never talk about it again. I mean...
I need that door!
Yeah, a box. You're describing what makes memorable streaming experiences memorable. I'm not even joking. Like, a big part of why people, like, are drawn to rather low effort, like, podcasts or streaming or whatever, it's why I was drawn to everything I ever watched, is a lot of the banter that just sort of happens in between that's just people talking about their other interests. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. It's why I'm super casual when it comes to like extra credit talk. Because it's just like, I don't care. Like, yeah, a lot of people aren't gonna get this.
The potion cures curses? I didn't know this.
It sure does.
I had much time to think while I was healing.
The
I was like,
potion and the fairy.
oh, I think I might have known the fairy and forgotten. I think that happened.
Not a fairy. Not a fairy that you find.
Oh.
The fairy fountain.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, I know. But I'm saying those are the two.
Oh, I thought the fairy that you find might be able to do it too.
No, it can't.
Well, goodbye, shield.
Goodbye, shield.
I think I got hit forward, I'm not sure. Should use the magic rod.
No, I understand you understand it, Box, because you're a fan. Like, and you understand why you're a fan of things. But a lot of people making stuff, even like just on a casual level, don't really seem to get that, and they always seem really embarrassed by their, like, they always seem really embarrassed or frustrated with their tangents, and it's like, my guy, your tangents are why people like you. You're relatable, and it's fun, and now they know a whole bunch of stuff about a thing they never cared about before.
I mean, I've definitely seen stuff, mostly like things that are informing me about something, where I'm like, you need less banter because you're not interesting and I don't want to spend time with you.
Oh, well, sure, there's also people who are bad at it.
Yeah, but I do want to see your content.
And then there's also content that doesn't work for. But, like, when your content is largely just entertainment anyway, then either you are already unentertaining and therefore your banter would suck regardless, or you are entertaining, and your banter's actually kind of entertaining too. But anyway, but yeah, no, fuck, man, Talia. Jesus. I think it was like, man, it was really fucking weird. It was really fucking weird coming off of, like, Deep Space Nine, and, like, the episode Rejoining, and, like, hitting that episode in Babylon 5 and being like, fuck.
And the handful of other times, admittedly really minor, well, several minor times where they were pretty explicit about characters being gay, including Mirror Universe, who was it? Esri?
Esri
and
was,
someone?
Esri was bisexual.
It was Esri and Lita.
Yes.
Right, I was like, it was a more minor character that she was with. And then also, of course, and a lot of people may not have read it this way at the time, but they're wrong.
And Mirror Universe Kira.
Mirror Universe Kira.
Mirror Universe Kira, I mean, to be fair, that's a bad example because she's evil.
Yeah.
But it's a very fun aspect of her character.
Yeah, even with Mirror Universe Lita and Esri, there is a sense of like, oh, it's because we're in the Twisted Universe, and that's why they're allowed to be lesbian to our viewers. But they seem to have a pretty good relationship, and they're not evil people, so it's fine.
No, Ezri, that's Mirror Ezri is like the focal protagonist of that episode.
Yeah.
Because it was season 7, they just brought Ezri on, and they actually didn't do Ezri dirty, and gave Ezri all the kinds of episodes that everybody else got. Which is why I think Ezri is a great character, and of course people didn't like her. Yeah, no, that's just it though. She's still so cool.
Yeah, like she's so cool, and she's having such fun with it. Like
it's like, you know.
Do you guys like meat?
No. We're vegan.
They're kind of congregating around it. I'm not sure they hate it.
She's just... Yeah, no, Mirror Kira is just like...
Oh, I'm out of...
It's just like evil lesbian Pat Benatar, and I love her.
What? You switched! You went down and then I saw you! I'm not making out of this room alive.
Use the A key.
But I know where to go. I found a room that I hadn't been in, so I can get back there.
Man, fucking...
I haven't seen that show, but I've seen parts of that because I read about what they were doing a spin-off, and I was like, what? And yeah, she's just an evil dictator. Man, it's really just a rip-off of that plotline, but also they're trying to make her like a good person, and it's really fucked up.
Sector 30, 20... What's their number?
Now I don't remember.
29?
21?
No, it's higher than that.
Yeah. 31.
31.
It's a 1.
Yeah,
so yeah, 31.
It's like, yeah. No, Sector 31. Yeah, that's right. They did make a show about that, didn't they? Which they shouldn't have, because the most amazing, the best part of it was it existed in liminal space.
I mean, to be fair, this is about the new Star Trek universe's Section 31.
Yeah, so it probably
who even
sucks.
Yeah, they took a bit part character that Michelle Yeoh played in the show. That was popular because Michelle Yeoh can act, and so there's probably charisma on screen. Which I don't think is common for that show.
Like, it's supposed to be mysterious. It's supposed to be like a little, it's supposed to be paranoia-inducing. Like, and it's supposed to be the very real experience of a system like the Galactic Federation. Absolutely having some insane spy organization that you can't fully understand or reconcile with the Federation, and that's what makes them... That's what lets them work.
But now it's like, hey, isn't Michelle Yeoh badass? Isn't everything badass? Things are badass. What if we had Michelle Yeoh walk at like 80% speed down a hallway where we play a song that goes something like wow 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 wow.
You know, Kelly, I will say right now, if you ever suggested to Frank that we watch Deep Space Nine all the way through, I think he'd say yes.
I mean, it'd be my 3rd time watching all the way through, not counting the most of the episodes I watched as a child.
Yeah, but you'd say yes.
Yeah, probably.
And I would too.
Oh, I didn't finish my previous thought.
Sorry.
Which was, it was like 3 tangents ago, I just remembered. They also, in addition to the other gay relationships we mentioned, there's also, of course, Bashir and Garrick. Which...
The one that they had to non-canonically, like, solidify, because even the actors were like, yeah.
Yeah, no, the actors were playing it as a relationship the entire time, and they always felt that way, and they said as much after the show ended, like, years later, and, I forget which one of them, but one of them wrote an entire, like, 1-act play that is them at an ambiguous point in the future, and it's kind of ambiguous about...
I think it was Garrick's actor.
I think that's right. That sounds right to me. I was gonna almost say that. But, like, and it's explicitly them in the future meeting again, and, like, they are in a relationship.
Which, of course they are!
Yeah.
Just like Bashir and Miles. Just like how the only time... Oh my god, I'm fucking sorry. I just love that I love Miles and Keiko's relationship, how much they hate each other, and how it only works when they become like a polycule with Kira and Worf.
Mm-hmm. Really just Kira. Worf is not crazy about that because he's not really involved.
But like, then suddenly, actually, even Miles and Keiko start treating each other like they're suddenly a lot less like annoyed by each other. Cause they're just like, oh, we don't have to rely exclusively on each other for things that the other one is just not good at providing.
O'Brien has, in the first episode of it, O'Brien has an arc where he gets kind of jealous, and then like they have a talk, and he's like, "No, it's okay. I'm over it."
She does get to have lots of sex and be magically pregnant. You're right, Chai.
What a good fucking way to deal with actor is pregnant. Like, yeah, she just got pregnant. She got sci-fi pregnant with a transfer baby.
God, everything that they try to do with Worf romantically. Strike that. Almost everything that they tried to do with Worf romantically was just always so fucking bad. Season 7 pleasantly surprised me.
Oh yeah.
Like, they pleasantly surprised me after infuriating me by tricking me for the longest time that they were going to do it again. And then they didn't. And then Worf and Ezri fucked and were done with it, and then they were just adults about it, which was actually really fucking cool for the 90s.
Yeah, they fucked and then both went.
Yeah, we're done.
Wait, we just did that because we felt like we were supposed to, right?
Well, they did it, and they were like, and we got that out of the way.
Yeah.
Like.
We both thought we were supposed to do that. We did it.
Yeah, we did it.
It was fine.
And the thing is that they wanted to. It's just like they wanted to fuck once, and that was it. They didn't need a relationship.
Oh, I think it's not even that. I don't even think they really wanted to fuck. They both just felt like they should.
They look like they have eyes when they fly.
Oh.
That's
yeah,
how
I think
I've
I
always
thought
seen
that
them.
too.
That's how I've always seen them. I've never seen them as having little heads within.
I think I have too.
Ears.
Yeah, I always. If you'd asked me to draw a Keese, I would have drawn it with two little glowy eyes.
Yeah.
But I guess it's actually wings.
No, that was when they were.
They were in prison.
They were in prison by the Breen?
Yes, it was a Breen prison because the captors weren't involved in the plot, so it could be the Breen. The Breen are such like a. They are here. We keep mentioning them in case we need them, like plot.
Which is fine.
Which is great. They work great.
Neo Breen would prove them right in that. Like, yeah, no, that is something. Breen is something you only need for that.
Okay, now I can do this.
Yeah, no, they fuck while they're in prison, and then they're like, and good, and we got that out of the way, and you know what? I don't need to be, and Worf is like, I don't need you to be Jadzia, and Ezri is like, and I don't need to live up to your expectations, and they're both like, yeah, and I think we can work together. Yeah,
and then they spend they have a couple really great. It is a tragedy we don't get to see too much more of it since the show's almost over, but they do get a few good scenes of them just sort of being like really good for like incredibly closer friends than Worf has ever had.
And the thing is,
they're literally gossiping about other people's relationship. It's so good.
Also, despite him being in a relationship with a ship's counselor before, this is the most fucking emotional support that he's ever had in a constructive way. And she actually does it.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't supposed to be a three-titted sex object, so she got to be a counselor. Even though they still had struggled to let her do that, because it's like, well, at this point, the problems with these characters are their character, and we need them to keep having these problems because Season 7's happening.
Yeah. If they haven't fixed it by now, like, this is the end of the show.
It is still pretty fucking awful that they haven't had a counselor. Because it's an occupied station.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, man, did they need one. I love Desiree.
Same.
They did some good by her. And
As much as I hate what happened with Jadzia.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Like, it sucks. And it sucks even more when you know why. That she basically got harassed offset by a misogynist who was nominally running the show, but mostly came in to harass people over their contracts.
Mm-hmm. Especially her.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I'm not gonna remember her name.
Anna Visitor?
Yes, she also has talked about, like, yeah, he was never nice to me.
Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit. But like, it really, really came to a head with her.
Mm-hmm.
And like,
well, that's because she wanted to do a different thing.
yeah, and he didn't want her to, and she was like, then I guess maybe I should leave?
Yeah, I wanted to finish this out, I just needed a lesser shooting schedule. No! And you're gonna say yes to me here because I control you.
And
She's like, well, you don't actually, I literally have another offer.
man, it would have been so much better if, man, it would have been such a better out if, like... If
Not on DS9, mate. Not
see-
very often.
He,
Oh dear, I'm getting
Ray
destroyed.
Bergman, right?
I want to say yes. I'm almost certain that's right, but I'm so bad with names, I would hate to think I'm besmirching someone else instead. But I think yeah.
The bad Quark episode? Oh man, Quark is such an awkward character because I actually think that he's done really fucking good on Deep Space Nine, but like both in TNG and Deep Space Nine, like Ferengi just have some pretty bad episodes.
I mean, I only think there's one in
There's
DS9.
a couple. But like the one you're thinking of is the most egregious by far.
Yeah, I think it's still my least favorite episode.
My least favorite episode is still when the Rain Man crew comes back and Bashir undisables one and fucks her. Very Babylon 5 actually.
Yeah. How are you again? Hi. God, I love this pseudo 3D effect still. It's really good.
Yeah, no, what, oh, Callie, I explained this, I think to Frank, maybe to the others, but I'm not entirely sure. What's fucking wild is that Bashir, a character who starts out really shaky, Bashir actually ends up being a really wild, like, still lore neutral, like, autistic stand-in. Like, he's like a neurodivergent character that really struggles with it despite his success. Hey, you actually found it.
I did. Yeah, because he said go to the next room, and here it is.
Yeah, no, he's actually useful for once.
I think you did watch that one, Chai. You were there.
You did.
It was the one where I literally gave a content warning before it because I'd felt bad for not doing it before, and I was like, this episode specifically is transphobic, and I would feel terrible if I didn't.
It's really bad. It's a bad episode. It's especially bad. It doesn't even accomplish what it wants to do.
No, it's supposed to be explicitly feminist, or some of the people making it thought it was feminist, and then other people who got a hold of the script thought it was different.
Yeah, it's like how Chai and I maintain that.
But
sorry.
But what I didn't remember, because I had watched this episode last like 5 or 6 years before this, maybe. So I gave the content warning. The first half of that episode is genuinely pretty funny and lighthearted, like Ferengi messing around stuff, and people were so on board with it, and increasingly all the other people here in the chat with me were like starting to think I was joking about the content warning, or like that like I was wrong. Like people were like, I don't get it. Like this seems like a good epi, and then literally there's just within about a minute their mom collapses into a coma. We're told she's fine at the end of the episode. She does not appear again.
Yeah,
Court gets turned. Moogie's fine. She's just she was removed from the show for the rest of the episode, and Court turns into a woman. And then like a minute after that, there is a farcical rape scene.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad. That one is bad.
Isn't there also a comical moment where his voice gets lower again? They love doing that.
I don't think so, no. He spends a lot of time talking about how he has hormones now, and,
A farcical rape scene, Jai.
There's the episode ends with him, telling his worker, who at the start of the episode, he made give him umox by, like, threatening her job if she didn't.
Not Lita Dabo.
Yeah,
lady.
a different Dabo girl. And then at the end of the episode, he's like, it's like the remaining hormones make him go, you shouldn't do this. Probably in a voice just like this. You shouldn't do this anymore. You need to stand up for yourself. You don't need to do that for me. And then she walks out. She's like, that's a shame. I actually liked giving you hand jobs, actually. I really kind of liked it. And then Quark's like, no!
Oh, yep, that did happen.
And that's the end. That's the last scene. There was time now.
Oh, never watched Revenge of the Nerds? What do you mean? But I watched King of the Nerds, hosted by the stars of Revenge of the Nerds, Boots. How could I not go back and watch my favorite movie based on my favorite reality show? Yeah, the Dabo Girl thing. Which also really fucking sucks because the other Dabo Girl plots are really fucking good. Like how Lita and Rom make a union.
Oh, and don't wait a minute. Wait, out of this room then. Wait, how the fuck do I get out of this room then?
I wonder how.
I can't push the block from a distance. Also in Profit and Lace, there's don't forget that there's a scene where they have to there's a long section of it which is about teaching Quark how to behave as a woman so he can pass as a woman. And his brother Rom knows how a woman walks, and everybody's like looks at him
because
like he's a freak.
Yeah, because Rom's so, you know, and of course Rom
So it's
Rom's such a mama's boy, and so it's just and really it's like, are you trying to say that it's such a, like, because Rom has a fucking great relationship with Lita. Like, you don't have to, like, your weird effeminizing, like, hatred of him in this scene is fucking bizarre.
Yeah, it's super weird. It comes out of nowhere. He's like suddenly the butt of a homophobic joke for a scene, and it's like, I don't know what. Oh, hi.
Ooh.
I don't have any potions, and I don't quite remember how this fight goes.
You also don't have. You only have regular arrows.
That's true. Do I need special arrows to kill him?
That's how you hit him to make him vulnerable.
Yeah, so I can't fight him, can I?
I don't know, maybe he'll like the bait.
Meat? Do you like some meat? Meat?
Rah!
Oh, you were there. Okay.
Yeah, Link wearing his Mario 1 colors.
Well, he changed color.
He did, but you can't hit him.
Eh.
That's when you have to hit him with a
Yeah,
sword.
that's what I thought. Maybe I'll soothe him. Doo-doo-doo. Oh boy. Yeah, your meal is here. Here's a picture. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to die here, huh? Fuck. Kinda didn't know I was heading to the boss, but I should have, because I had the compass.
You had the compass!
I just wasn't really paying attention.
It's literally the thing the compass is good for, but we were too busy talking about sci-fi television,
Exactly.
which is fair.
Yeah. Yeah, and when's this one? Time to raise another link from the clone vats.
Actually, like very much if we set up
I'm totally down, yeah.
Hey, Callie, have you ever seen American Horror Story?
Oh, that's what you meant.
No, that's not what I meant, but it just occurred to me.
We do a podcast where we watch one episode of Deep Space Nine and one episode of American Horror Story.
Okay,
and then
well, if you're gonna blow the premise...
No, that's I won't do that. I don't think that would be I think that would make both of them worse. Crap, I need more rupees now. That sucks. Okay.
You know that Angela Ross hates Ryan Murphy, but that's not a yes. Hey, Callie. So Frank and I have for a long time been like, if we could just rope a third person who hasn't seen American Horror Story into watching American Horror Story with us, we could do a podcast about it.
Yeah.
Hot damn!
Yeah, I'm down.
We promise that we will also give you Deep Space Nine as an apology.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of just thinking of save scumping the money-making game. Is that cheating? It's cheating. I shouldn't do it. I'll just have to grind 48 rupees.
I mean, back then they wouldn't have called it save scumping.
Well, no, but they also wouldn't have had save load on an emulator.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't.
You'd have to walk over to the money-making game, and I don't think there's one close to the start. Why'd I go up here?
That's how they would have done it. They would have walked in money-making.
Yes. They would have saved and then done money-making, and... I mean, I did shit like that all the time.
Yeah, no.
Like...
Literally, it is literally maybe the only feasible way to get gear in Saga Frontier 1 is by exploiting a bug in one of the systems.
And there's even kind of a bit of fun to it of like, because if you have to like manually save and load, you don't want to do one run on whatever gambling game is in the game. You want to do multiple, so you kind of like are like, okay, how up am I? At what point do I call this and save quit and like work my way back here? There's a little bit of a like engaging element to that, I think, even.
Specifically, there is a glitch in the in a junk shop where paying a certain amount of money lets you go in and pick 3 items, and I don't remember the specifics, but you can, it like lets you pick from 3 places on the screen where you can pick an item and pick that as the thing that you get. You can exploit it in such a way that you can get something that sells for a lot of money. It's native. It's native to the game. Like it wasn't like an emulation thing. It was like just a thing that you could do. Really fun. Well, Callie, we'll be in touch. We'll start off with a bang because I think season 1 might be Frank's hatred. And I mean hate favorite.
Yeah,
because you can only hate American Horror Story. I
mean, it's season 2 is the one that like I was sold on the show originally by people describing season 2, and I do think season 2 is kind of amazing. But
no, it is.
But I am sort of. I think season 2 is probably a better hate watch overall. I'm sort of obsessed with season 1 of American Horror Story.
Yeah, but
I've seen it
strictly for one reason. right?
It's not no for multiple. I mean, there's
Oh,
just
it is, but Dylan McDermott really
Dylan
pushes
McDermott-
over the top for
yeah.
you, doesn't he?
Dylan McDermott is a solid 30 to 40% of my enjoyment.
Like he is
Dylan McDermott is
so bad.
There's not another. There aren't any. There are actors.
We can't.
No.
We don't want to spoil Cal.
I was just gonna say there are actors who are as bad or worse than Dylan McDermott. I don't think there are any actors who are bad in the way Dylan McDermott is. I've never seen someone act like him.
Who are as incorrect as Dylan McDermott is.
Yeah, that's all I'll say. You're right that I can't spoil anymore. Because I could probably just recite every plotline, which is insane because there's like 80 of them. It's not healthy.
But honestly, I'm most excited to get back to season 3. That one is a fucking nightmare. Coven.
Right, I always get them confused because I watched 3 and 4 out of order for some reason.
Yeah, no, Coven's a fucking nightmare.
Oh, right, Coven wasn't available on the thing I was
4
watching.
is also a nightmare, but, like, slightly differently.
I think that was, like, 6 or 7, Boots. That was late, because they were doing meta commentary.
That was season 7. Season 7, Roanoke.
Yes. They started doing meta commentary on their show, but they're stupid, so the meta commentary was stupid.
But what was season 6?
Was that Hotel?
No, season 5 was Hotel.
Okay.
Was season 6, No, that was season 5. Shit. Maybe Roanoke was season 6.
I think that's where we stopped. I don't think we made it past there.
He super hasn't! Oh my god! He is such a homophobic gay man.
Ow, fucking, get out of my fucking move.
Well, okay, yeah, Chai, there are a lot. Honestly, I think that Hotel winds up. There are reasons we cannot explain right now, but I think Hotel might be the most enjoyable one. Like, if you rate it on actual genuine enjoyment of watching a television show, I think Hotel might be the most successful at that.
Is this a potion one, or do I have to go over? I think I have to go over there. I think I remember where the potion shop is, and it's to the right and up.
And that is in part. That is actually in part because Lady Gaga's there. Yeah. It's not the main part, but it helps. Of course, the best musical guest actress is Stevie Nicks.
Okay, we're gonna spoil this show.
Well, okay, that's not a spoiler because we haven't explained Stevie Nicks'
That's
relationship
true.
to the show. So, like, we don't. But, like, it's really fucking great that she, like, really seems like a special guest star for an episode, and then she's, like, plot relevant. Also, Callie doesn't work the same way that you do. I highly doubt that us saying oblique things is going to lead her to, you know, a path. Callie! You're my favorite person!
Wow, I'm like right here.
You're a bird.
That's fair. I am. Maybe you should drop health for me. Damn it. You took health from me.
Oh.
Good.
Maybe this is the wine talking, but everybody, if you haven't noticed, Callie's great. There weren't, actually, is the thing. The thing is that we were mostly talking about, like, we were still just talking about broad stroke things. I don't know how to even I don't even know how I would express what happens in American Horror.
If I wanted to deliberately spoil American Horror Story for you, I'm not sure how I'd go about that. Like, I genuinely am not sure what I'd do exactly. For a normal person...
Chai, that was Gage, that's from Gage and Stream. If you need some context, it's a Gage and Stream thing. You know, actually, now that I'm thinking of it, now that we're talking about Terrible Ray and Murphy things,
Okay.
you know what we could also do?
I need to get there.
You and I could watch Glee with Dijon.
Ugh.
Because Dijon's watched Glee,
That's true.
and we haven't.
That's true.
And that's also terrible.
That's probably true. I suppose I can't say that for sure.
I can.
I trust you.
I haven't seen it, I can say it.
I believe you. No, wait, not here. Up and over. Oh, wait, I know where that...
Yeah, he has a big, sexy... He is so transparently, like, a terrible, like fat fetishist insert. But he's also the most relatable character in the fucking game. Because he's just kind of sad, and... He's kind of sad. He went to school to be a climatologist and ended up having to be a weatherman at a news station. And he had big dreams of saving the world, and now he hands out Channel 10 pins and gets drunk.
I don't know how to get where I'm going. Ah, fuck. Well,
Objectifying his giblets, yes. Well, no, he thinks the main character is German. And he decides it very abruptly, and then just sort of sticks with it, because that's what a running joke in that game is. Like how Jude's hand keeps ending up in your hand. Jude, the only good character, because he uses praises unto the Lord to bash the worst character in the game. I really feel like Jude is the best. I really feel like Jude owning Ezekiel in fucking like prayer format is actually the best joke in the game. But you're not wrong. It's probably second. No, he really did, and he is. Honestly, Jude is probably probably he/they non-binary. Like, given their actions, their attitudes, and their whatnot, it's only 8 that calls Jude it. Gross. And then everybody else doesn't care.
Whoa, why did I walk downward? That was weird. I didn't hit that button. Fuck, that made me get cursed again. Stupid.
No, Box! The game's description in the character bios describes Jude. Nobody knows...
No, that was a developer comment in the comments.
Yes. Okay, the developer themselves says that Jude's gender is unknown because nobody cares enough to ask. Like, it is such an afterthought joke to them. Jude is metatextually a fucking... It's just it's just fucking... It's just fucking terrible. Like...
Okay, and this takes me back to...
Well, no, 8 uses... 8 called Jude it because Jude is supposed to be a joke character. Because Jude is a character who randomly starts praising the Lord and then vomits purple sparkles. But also, I think Jude is supposed to be a, the author, like, it's supposed to be the game's way of being like, all the clues are right here, and Jude is telling you them if you can decipher his wacky dialogue and his weird actions. Well, he did it again this time, too. He vomited again. It just was less of a big deal.
Oh. Well then.
No, I disagree. I don't think Jude does call Jude. Jude doesn't call Jude that. Jude refers to themselves as this one. Like, in the game, we've noticed, we've observed, Jude is always says, this one is not worthy, this one is this one is that. Because he's supposed to be a weird, like... Is he supposed to be a weird quasi-Christian? Yeah, no, also the dev just fucking sucks. Jude is a Hanar, that's right! Man, I wonder if Jude could turn out to be Blasto. And kindle this. I understand that, and I actually think it's one of the things that, if I had any confidence in the developer of this game, it's one of the better things in the game. Jude is actually... I've been on record this entire time as saying Jude is one of the most tolerable characters in the game. Like, they're like, pretty likable, and their observations are strange but correct. And during this last gameplay, Gagent did, we discovered Jude hates the worst character and taunts the worst character in prayer format. And it's excellent. Well, but their hand keeps turning up. Oh yeah, no, like, that it is, but also at the same time, it's weirdly, like, I think the dev thinks they're having their cake and eating it too, where they're totally owning religious people, but also, like, hiding, but because it's it's supposed to be 999, he's also, like, hiding clues inside of it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no. Poning is the correct term to use here.
I've tried this, right? Oh, no, I haven't. Or maybe I did, and it just didn't come to anything.
Don't store secrets in the ferret. Oh no, the ruby. How will you get it? If only you had a barang.
You can't use barang on room rewards.
That's right, you can.
It's not loud.
It's not loud. Only you had a barang that weren't a room reward. No, like, no, he's Jude is absolutely introduced as if they're supposed to be a fucking, like, joke on just hating religious people. And it's fucking wild because it doesn't work at all. because Jude is actually incredibly likable because he's weird as hell.
And their idea of how to write a religious character is straight out of How to Write Any Religious or Drug-Using Character in a Fanfic in 1993.
Yeah, because he just sort of raises their hands and calls out unto the Lord, and
Okay, I never went up here.
also I think literally used to be a soldier in a war that is experiencing trauma. But, like, that doesn't matter to the game, because the game just wants to be a very self-satisfied 999 ripoff.
I can actually push this without getting hit. There we go.
No, check, this character speaks in, like a 24-year-old who doesn't know what alcohol is idea of, what old English is.
The phrase that you'll want that will convey everything I wish to convey is Cloud Cuckoo Lander.
Jesus!
That's the character I mean. That's what Jude is.
Yeah, Jude is the Bible Cloud Cuckoo Lander, yeah.
Wait, there's not a fucking secret in this room?
The way that the fucking incomplete game is right now, it locks you out of one of the only choices you ever get to make. So, you either have the option of killing Jude or killing a random person you don't know. And we didn't kill Jude. So Jude got, like, a really long prayer that was in a special, like, black box. It was in, like, a special screen. That was just Jude's outlined hands holding like a rosary and praying.
But that's every room.
I wonder if any of these rooms have a door that you haven't gone through.
Not visibly.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, Gage.
Oh, wait. No, not visibly.
Not visibly?
No, I've been into the left eye.
Yeah, well.
I mean, I could go back.
Gage, okay, yes. If you do, we are talking pretty deep into this game, and we shouldn't be. The real problem with the game is, it's very badly written. The problem with the game is it's badly written, and it misunderstands what a visual novel is. In every conceivable way. That's a shark, Chai. That's a shark, and she's Japanese. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and maybe all sharks are Japanese, or maybe not. That's not clear to me.
No, because she starts out by saying, "Wait, are you not into me because I'm a shark, or is it because I'm Japanese?" And then she's like, "Haha, just kidding." And then she lays her boobs out on the table.
All right, boobs on the table. Here's my plan.
It's not, Chai. There's actually a different version that so this game has a murder game, the way that your Zero Escape games or your Danganronpas do. But there's also a separate executable file. No, sorry, there's a separate selection on the main menu that lets you go to the porno version, which is the romance version, where there is no murder game.
It's an entire separate plot where I don't think there is a plot. We don't know, I guess, yet. But
we don't know, but there is no murder game. You just get to know everybody and then romance one of them.
Right, there's that room, but how do I just remembered where it is.
Man, and all the characters that we're supposed to hate. I think we are supposed to hate Ezekiel. And that's the only successful hate that they accomplished. But all the other characters that we're supposed to hate, we don't have any reason to hate.
Shit, how do I get there?
Ikaro, Jude, and Graham all have informed hate. Like, all have informed hate traits. But, like, they don't exhibit them. So...
Wait. No, this is wrong. It's over there, I think.
Yeah, no, that is not a joke.
This character shows up, flirts with you,
feeds you a platter of food, and then leaves.
And then reveals that they're the president of Brazil, and then leaves, and is not seemingly relevant to the plot.
And this is not, and you are not necessarily supposed to think that he's lying, because this is a weird furry future where, like, everything's super techno-advanced and all of the countries that we know work differently than we used to think.
Wait, wrong.
The character that Callie put in place of Ganon was Clancy McGancy, which was the aforementioned middle-aged climatologist turned weatherman, who...
But how would I get there?
Who insisted you called him doctor, but it was for a sad reason. It was because he otherwise feels like he wasted his life, because he got into climatology to try to save the world, and he accomplished nothing. What's really amazing is how little the creators of the game seem to understand the characters that they've made. Because they've actually written characters with nuance. They just don't know what that nuance is at all, and they don't care about it.
I don't think any of these are going to be pushable, are they? No, I didn't really expect... It'd be crazy if you could bomb off-center here for like the first time ever. But you can't. No,
I'm not even gonna...
Yeah, no, it would be...
That's not a thing in this game.
No.
No, that's a thing they play with in later games because of this.
Oh, that's a one-way, isn't it? Fuck. Wait, no. It takes me here? Wait. Oh, hey, that worked. I haven't done this yet.
You know,
or did I do this?
You did, but you died.
No, I think I went to the next area and couldn't see a point to it. But I might be wrong, because I'm not sure I know where the next area is.
Alright, well, we gotta talk to Callie about this American Horror Story.
Mm-hmm. There they are!
There they are!
Which means there's actually still a room on the... Oh, no, that's going to be where the Triforce is. That's where that room is. Never mind, I thought it through.
You did it!
I did it!
And you even found the red ring this time!
Yeah! I didn't... Oh, right, no, I just didn't find it at all last time.
You didn't find it at all last time. You found Ganon and beat Ganon before you found the red ring.
Right, and then I was like, oh yeah.
Which is, I think, intentional. The red
and this rupee!
And you got it!
Oh, 100%. Retro achievement pop-up.
Yeah, I think it's intentional. You are... the red ring is supposed to be much harder to find in First Quest.
Now I have to remember how to get there. Fuck. It was off to the... Yeah, it was off to the left, which...
A step to the right.
Oh, do I have to go this way? I think I have to go the long way around. I'm not sure.
Your Ganon hips.
Oh, I'm
Bend your knees and cry.
I mean, the rupee is meant to be a hint that you can go into that eye. That's the reason the rupee is there. I just couldn't find the way to do it.
Chai, you can be DW in the movie. No, no.
Oh, shit.
Maid gets to be the principal actor in that part of the. Thanks, Box. I guess that would make Maid Brain?
Can I go down this way?
I guess, no, actually, Maid would prefer being the Dewey Decimal System.
So how many potions do I have? Oh, still red.
Positronic, no, because I know this is your inner librarian Fujoshi trying to take over. Yes, Dr. Buttplug, you can be Buster. No, Binky is, I think he's supposed to be a bulldog. Binky's the bully. Buster is the rabbit.
I think I remember where I'm going.
No, Positronic. If Positronic's gonna be the Fujoshi character, I think she has to be Sue Ellen.
Who's Bussy? My favorite Arthur character, Bussy.
That's right, Positronic, you would be.
I have no idea what Arthur character I would be.
Oh, let me think about that. You would be... I mean, you'd be... I think you might be Francine.
I think I remember which one that is. I wasn't a big Arthur head as a child.
She's the tomboy.
Yeah. Who's like kind of a bully, but no one's that much of a bully?
Not, well, no, Binky is the
right.
real bully.
Yeah.
Francine is like, could be a bully, but she's like... Her alignment is good, so she's not. Tuttle would be Arthur! I'm trying to think, was there a bird?
I was also thinking, I do not believe there are birds. I think it's only mammals. I could be wrong, but I don't think that, I think there's a rule in Arthur where only mammals are sentient.
No, DW is the little sister, Chai. Unless you're talking about, oh shit,
oh, wait.
What is the baby's name?
No, it wasn't. Fuck.
Oh, that's right, ducks do exist for a sight gag.
That's messed up. Yeah, you can hit me, I don't give a shit.
That's right, Sue Ellen also did find Neil Gaiman in her falafel!
Wait, did I just do the wrong thing?
And I can't box the truck!
Oh, fuck! No!
You're...
Oh,
shit!
I went the wrong way, I fucked up.
I mean, but that's also really fitting to you, though, Positronic. That's a librarian moment.
Well, I'm cursed, but I have medicine that I'll need to drink soon anyway, so I guess it's fine. But worsely, I went the wrong way.
It's really funny, Chai, because we see them differently here. Because our geese, the white ones with the bumpy bills, like we think of them we really think of them as monsters. Which I agree. I was bit by one as a child. And the Canadian geese, your geese are like they're still geese, but they're not as hostile here. Which maybe that's just the difference between when they're here and when they're there. Wait, that says Backstreet Boys. Oh yeah, the Backstreet Boys were out there. Yeah, that was it! That was it!
The Backstreet Boys?
Yeah!
Wait. Are they... They are... They
Yes!
were! I remember this!
Yes! They were on an episode of
I had to look at the weirdly more human than usual animals versions of them, and now I remember them.
Like
yeah.
Neil Gaiman!
I didn't remember Neil... I don't think I saw the Neil Gaiman episode as a kid, but... So if I had, I wouldn't have known who he was.
I didn't see any of these episodes as the age of kid I was supposed to be. My little brother saw them all as the age of the kid that he was supposed to be. So I saw them. That's how I understand the younger millennials. There it is. Sorry. I just realized that my sound's been off for a while.
Oh. Well, it's been this song.
Muffy is just their trombone, so... Although Muffy was my favorite character, so... I mean... Shy, that... It's... Oh, is that, Wait, is that when... Didn't Art Garfunkel also show up on...
I mean, that's a fancy microphone, I think. I think that's one of the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, no, that's, Yeah, no, there was also Art Garfunkel showed up as an Arthur character. Chai, thanks to that, you and, Dijon get to share the illustrious holder of the, Hogan's Heroes and Get Smart Joke Makers of the podcast.
Okay, I'm supposed to go to the left here.
I get the Get Smart ones because I saw Get Smart, but I didn't see Hogan's Heroes. No, sorry, mate. Of course you did. You watched a lot of, PBS. The Car Talk guys! God, of course. Hated those guys.
You didn't know what Car Talk was until I told you about it.
That is not true.
Really?
Yes, I absolutely knew about Car Talk. I had to listen to Car Talk on my way while we were on our way to fucking Utah on one of my family trips. We did a road trip to Utah because my great uncle did speed things on the Salt Flats.
This is the thing that takes me to Ganon? I hope. Because otherwise I'm lost.
Arthur Matt Damon is so cursed.
Okay. I think this is it.
Oh.
Roar!
I'm Ganon! Roar!
Appear!
Oh no, how'd you get that?
By doing all the other dungeons. Hold on, I got it.
Mr. Baxter went away, then he came back.
Here, have some meat, jerk.
Yeah, no, Gandhi was also a character, that's true. use a Mal portrait in one episode. Is that Fern? Does Fern have it? Is it Fern? Also, I take it back, Positronic, you'd be Fern. Fern is absolutely the Fujoshi. Sue Ellen. Oh, now you should. Yeah.
Yeah, he fucking exploded in gore. I forgot.
That's Slender. I don't know. I think Fern is a Fujoshi.
Ow. What? Oh, okay. I forgot that too, I guess. What if you die on that fire?
Thanks, Link. You're the hero of Hyrule. I have a Triforce too. Whoa!
Finally, peace returns to Hyrule. This ends the story. Beep boop beep.
I think one of the characters is into anime.
Boop beep boop beep 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 beep.
Time for third quest.
Where no,
You are great.
You
189.
You killed 189 links or 188. I'm not sure. You have an amazing wisdom and power. Here's the gory remains of Ganon's Gibbs.
That's right, Maid. They are. And they also get third place routinely at Sailor Moon tournaments.
So that's the Legend of Zelda.
That's the Legend of Zelda. Zeldor. The legend is the Zelda from Zelda.
Mm-hmm. I switched the Ganon with 2 ends and the Ganon with 1 ends for this stream's title compared to last week's.
Oh, man. Oh, I misunderstood you, Maid. I thought you had moved from 3rd to 4th.
Oh. Oh, it's the whole map.
And the whole map,
Second quest. Oh, okay. Alright, Zelda! Now I can say that I did it.
You did it! You're a gamer!
In under 200 deaths.
189.
That's under 200. Can't say it's not. Now you have a task for me.
Yeah, you're a gamer boy, and I won't say see you later, boy. Now beat it without dying.
No. Go to the first dungeon?
Name it Callie.
That's what I was gonna do.
Aww!
Because whatever happens, this Link is on Callie's shoulders.
I like how you have 2 spaces.
Oh, is that what I did?
It's perfect.
Oh, right. The zero's over there, too. Huh. First dungeon is... Okay, I remember. Oh, wait, I might want to get the sword, or I guess, just in case. I guess I don't have to for what you're asking me to do, but I don't know everything I'm doing, so...
Yeah, I almost said it.
Wait, am I going to
No,
dungeon 2?
You're just going the inconvenient
Oh.
way.
I was... this way? I guess this isn't the good way, huh? That's the
No.
way I've always gone.
And just like that, Callie's roped you into 2 more full playthroughs of Zelda 1. And no fucking around. Do exactly what Callie tells you.
Enter, leave, and go back in. Okay.
notice anything?
No?
Oh my god! You didn't pay attention when you first came in, did you?
I've unlocked the locked door.
The top door was a locked door.
Oh.
Then you exited and came back in. It's open.
Huh.
That's like a classic.
Oh.
That's like a classic thing.
Huh. Do this, does it close itself?
This happens every time there's a similar room.
Oh, wait. Are there any other... No, I guess there's a few other dungeons that have a locked room in their first room.
Ragin.
Huh. Good night, Gaijin. Huh. Well... Zelda.
Zelda!
I guess Zelda really was the boy in Zelda.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Dragons! Dragons! You know, Ganon may be gone, and the Triforces may be back in order, but the entire time, there was still Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Rawr!
Gah! Rawr. Yay!
You know what? I like water!
So I don't think I have enough time to do another... If I finished early, I would have done another thing, but I don't think I have enough time.
Stephen May.
I don't think he has a new one, but I...
No, but
That's true.
None of these people have gone through the Stephen Main website like you have.
That's fair. I can do a Stephen Main.
You do need to Photoshop something, though, Callie, in order to immortalize it.
He has a new one!
Woo! Yay!
Because Elena's coming out soon, not out yet. But we did get the teaser trailer for Elena, so maybe that's... Elena, the Necromancer.
Yes!
With my Shiranui's and... Oh, wait, you guys aren't seeing it. Hold on. I forgot
Elena,
it doesn't...
the Necromancer. Necromancer, which I believe is one of Carly's potential classes in Seiken Densetsu 3.
Chai, it's
go down the dark path.
It's listening to... It's watching my stream, obviously. And it knows that I talk about Stephen Main. In my stream. Elena, the Necromancer. With my Shiranui's inclusion in Street Fighter 6, I was expecting there to be some piece of information that would hint at a future story thread. Please!
With the fact that a character existed, I was like, something must happen, right?
I was excited with the side mission that accompanied Mai's primary story, thinking there was a way to hypnotize her to become the Avatar's lover rather than Andy Bogart's.
Wait, the fuck?
Huh.
Why would you...
Huh.
That's not a thing you should just say.
It turns out I had gotten too excited. The side quest ended up being a music quest. Wait, was that his idea of a joke? Like, what if you could hypnotize her to be your lover? Or, I can't tell if that's...
He does like to make those kind of jokes,
yeah.
quote unquote.
Oh, whatever. I can't tell, and there's no way of knowing. It turns out I'd gotten too excited. The side quest ended up being a music quest, and for your troubles, you got several pieces of a Japanese song called Over the Fighters. The full music video, released on YouTube, features a Japanese gamer utilizing several questionable strategies and eating foods connected to many of the characters in the game in order to get better at the game.
Okay.
This is a funny little joke thing. To be fair, it was an excellent quest, and did somewhat prove a statement I made just privately to someone in my DMs.
Oh, so, not, okay.
One of my many readers who I talk to all the time. You wouldn't know them. They live in another state.
They live in not Illinois.
Well, there's a lot of people who don't live in Illinois. I made a comment I made privately to someone in my DMs that there would be a focus on sound going forward in World Tour mode. For the future, keep your attention on the boomboxes and radios you hear in Metro City and Nashal.
No.
Something tells me there's going to be new audio content at some point, and those overlooked audio devices may play a part.
Yeah, we already know that you are obsessed with the audio devices.
However, since Mai did not become my avatar's new girlfriend, the quest was a bit of a letdown.
My avatar's new waifu.
Excuse me. My girlfriend.
Thank you.
Because it's his name. Mai was just kind of there to be there, same as Terry. Oh, Callie made something. Maybe.
Dragon, 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 dragon.
Yeah. Yeah. There was no continuation of the story in World Tour, with Mai never once interacting with
Chun-Li.
with Mai never once interacting with Chun-Li, seemingly passing the ninja manual on to Kimberly. Her interactions with Juri were fun, but really only established that Juri likes to be touchy-feely with sexually attractive women.
Which I've already discussed ad nauseum.
We already knew Juri was into girls. She's been called the first openly bisexual character in Street Fighter for a reason.
No, she hasn't!
Sorry, Marissa. That's weird. I don't actually think people say that.
By you! By Stephen May!
I guess she kind of has a thing for Chun-Li, but it's more like an obsessive rival
no,
thing. And
Stephen May had that whole thing
Yeah.
that he wrote about. He's talking about himself.
This is like saying water is wet, or that Akuma likes to punch things. Picture of Akuma punching a thing. So, I had to wait...
Man, is he desperate.
I had to wait until future developments finally allowed me to write something substantial. This took months until, finally, Elena's gameplay trailer was released, and I bet there's just a link to the trailer, but let me just see. Yeah, it's just her gameplay trailer. Whereas most people are focused on the ending of the video, with Elena saying the word healing and giving professional players traumatic flashbacks to Street Fighter 4 days, I focused on the beginning of it. Elena speaks about the abilities to take life and give life, and suddenly I was very focused on what else she had to say. The developers...
Suddenly I cared about what a woman might say.
The developer's Steam blog goes into more detail. As the blog states, Elena makes friends as easily as she can hear the voices from nature. In Street Fighter 6, after an intense fight with her friend Akuma, she travels the world once again in search of the meaning of a lesson that Akuma teaches her. So, what lesson would this be? He wants Elena to fight someone to the death. Elena already has the power to heal and give life. If she were to take someone's life away, she would have a full understanding of the cycle of life and death. More so, because of her healing powers, she has the ability to do something Akuma does not. Revive her opponent from death. No death has to be permanent as long as Elena is involved, and Akuma already knows this.
Okay.
I guess? I mean, she has like a thing where she heals herself.
Yeah, well, he said it, though, so I think it's true.
As far as his stretches go, this one almost makes sense. So far. Quite simply, it appears Akuma wants Elena to be fully in control of life and death, essentially making Elena not just the ultimate healer, but a necromancer as well. For Akuma, it allows him to be able to fight opponents repeatedly without ever having to worry about the fight being a one-time deal. As Akuma revealed in his arcade mode, thanks to Ryu, he now finds the fight more important than the ability to kill someone with his power. However...
He's finally overcome being gay!
However, there has to be more to it than this, right? It can't just be about beating someone to death, having Elena patch them up, and then having them go at it again the next day. This would be something of an abuse of Elena's healing powers, and even Akuma isn't that avaricious to do that to the African princess. Something else must be going on.
Shit.
Because that's too straightforward and, like, maybe plausible. One of the things I felt from playing through through Street Fighter 6 is that we saw at the end of World Tour mode what we saw at the end of World Tour mode meant there was fun.
Damn it, Chai! I can't believe you made such a gaffe!
Embarrassing. Men are super weird whenever I say healing.
Feeling. You have brought shame upon this chat.
The ending of World Tour Mode was not the true ending that some people believe it is. It hinted that there was more to come, and between an incomplete Metro City map, the existence of a shimmering city in Nashal, more DLC characters coming, and the likely return of Bosch, mark my words, the developers haven't made a true ending to the game yet.
Yeah, no shit, because they want this game to, like, make the money for a while longer, and everybody expects more characters, so...
Yeah. We have more characters coming, and even though he hasn't made more than a few cameo appearances, there's one character's presence continues to be felt, as if he was always there from the beginning.
G!
Yep! There he is!
Guy.
Yeah, this is the
How
guy.
to guess?
G? Sorry. G's presence is so strong in Street Fighter 6 that you could say he's the main character of the game without ever actually seeing him.
I mean, you could. I guess if you're you.
Think about it. Think about how many G's there are in the game's text. Yeah?
I mean, also think about all of those earpieces that those people have. And also...
Chai does have a point. You could say that.
Callie, we discussed Hakan on the podcast. But Hakan has a different dark secret.
Mm-hmm. Whether he or his name appears on a billboard for headphones, in the Battle Hub, in Hotto Pizza, in a barber shop, or even has his subordinate Q appear next to Hugo in the Giant Attack billboard, G is active in the background doing things only the developers know that he's doing.
Also, Callie, if you're not familiar, this guy believes that there are many Qs, as in the guy that looks like Pero from Metropolis in Street Fighter 3. He thinks that there are many of them, and they are all operating under the control of G. Also, go listen to those episodes. It's me and Frank and Tuttle, and those two talk about fighting games.
Yeah, Q appears
Listen to it again. I've listened to it many times, and I was there.
His connection to Elena was established in his arcade mode ending.
Hey, you were so allowed on. We wanted you on, but we're like, and I know you'll say no. Literally, we opened that episode by saying, and so we thought, who can we get on to talk about Street Fighter with us? And then I was like, and obviously, Maid wouldn't be on, so I got Tuttle.
His connection to Elena was established in an arcade mode ending in Street Fighter V, but much like Rashid, Elena doesn't seem to have any ill effects from shaking the President of the World's hand.
Damn it, Maid! I can't believe I just got worked!
I'd argue that G's ability to turn people into Qs can be activated any time after initial contact, even years down the road, but of the people in G's ending who do end up shaking his hand, Elena's the least likely to be affected because of her healing ability.
Of course.
That's just a thing I made up. What's also interesting is that, whereas Elena can hear the voices of nature, G himself is described by Rose as an overwhelming force of nature.
And because somebody said something that is a common turn of phrase...
Elena, of all people, should know the threat he poses. However, she appears to be way too naive about the world around her and wants to make friends with everyone. She already made friends with Street Fighter versions of Cthulhu. Now Cthulhu wants to protect her. Yes, Akuma wants to protect Elena. She's the only real friend he has.
Is Akuma Cthulhu?
I guess he is now, according to Stephen Main.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he was just gay sexual repression.
So is
according
Cthulhu.
To Stephen Main.
That's what Cthulhu is.
Oh, that's right. That's why Lovecraft is woke. I forgot. It's actually okay that people still give a shit about him. Thanks, Callie.
Thanks, Maid. He sure is, Maid. The only way to protect her is to teach her how to make her healing powers stronger, to teach her the full cycle of life and death, to try and imitate, if not match, G's own power. Quite simply.
Then peace and love on the planet Earth.
Quite simply, Akuma feels G's presence even if Elena can't, and he knows Elena is the key to beating him. Akuma may be able to fight G, but he also knows he can't win? Then he would fight anyway. Then he'd really want to fight. This... What a fundamental misunderstanding of a very simple character.
Yeah, isn't Akuma, like, maybe, other than Ryu, the most easy to understand character?
Pretty much. Like, he's literally like, well, from other people's perspective, like, he's lost himself to the urge to kill, and now he just...
Gayness. He's
just
lost himself to homosexuality.
He's just super gay, and he wants to fight all the time like gay people.
And that's why he is scared of Sakura, because she's a girl. And gay men are scared of girls.
How would Akuma know about G's presence in the first place? G made himself known around the world, then he sent a Q to face Akuma. Remember that Q's rival is Akuma in the Street Fighter 3 games, and in his Japanese win quote to Q, Akuma makes a comment on Q being an undead puppet in Third Strike. Quote, "Be gone, and expose your corpse to the elements!"
That's exactly what he said, you're right!
That doesn't mean he thinks he's a zombie! It means that he wants him to die!
I mean, also... That
wrong.
looks like something badly translated.
I mean, that does sound like all the win quotes in Third Strike.
Yeah, no, this doesn't mean anything, is what I'm saying.
The idea that Akuma calls Q a corpse tells us that Akuma knows Q is essentially a zombie.
Is Metropolis on our list?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
And so is that one movie that Hollow Knight got a lot of its visuals from. Angel something. I always forget.
Angel Fire.
At angelfire.com /Hollow Knight. To sum it all up, G is a necromancer who can raise the dead. That's not a thing you've ever said before.
Also, that's not what this is supposed to be about.
Akuma knows about G and sees that Elena has similar powers and wants her to match G's in order to save the world. I suppose Elena was worth the wait. Not your punchiest ending. Not your punchiest ending, Steve.
Yeah, no. I mean, I get it. You're a little rusty. They hung you out to dry, and you've been desperate. But, like, you could have done better. Who cares about the Satsui no Hado?
And yet...
Haro sounds like this, right? Yeah. Oh! The Satsui no Hado and your psycho power, and your chi and whatever else is all the same. Now I'm going to tie some tunnels to me.
You can even find some of the work I've done, lore theories and otherwise, on TV tropes. Wow.
He cares about becoming Oni sometimes. Oh, Rado can't be an Oni because the helmet doesn't fit on him.
That means he'll never be able to do an air dash. Like Oni can.
He just uses the other helmet. Be his own Oni. But he still can't do the air dash!
Elena's deepest secret is that...
G is a necromancer.
Is that G is a necromancer.
Even though this is called Elena the Necromancer. Look, it's been a real dry spell for Stephen Main, okay? Street Fighter 6 turns out to be the anti-plot, like the anti-lore.
Oh, a related article. The deepest secret of Elena from 5 years ago. Is Elena deaf? Wait, no, that's from a different one. Ordenberg syndrome?
Oh man, this is peak Stephen Main right here.
We're over time. Should I? Or should I do this next time? Or...
Do it next time.
Okay, I'll try. I'll just remember.
Save it though. Like, yeah, bookmark it.
There.
I want to do other things.
That's fair. Yeah, and we're over time. I didn't really want to read another one. My throat is a little sore. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the problem about going on the Main Street blog is you can't look at the related articles because you'll see one you haven't read before and go, what the fuck is that?
Really like the infinity that's going on here.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff. I don't know why it decided to capture itself.
Because you're still capturing the...
Oh, I'm capturing this window.
Yeah, you're
of course I
capturing the
am.
window.
Oh wait, what happens if I go boop, boop? Oh, it happens way too fast. There's no... Well, that means I got really low delay to myself. That's cool. That's fun. Anyway,
play choice of games, guys. Do it.
yeah,
Bye.
do that. I don't know for sure what I'm doing next time. I think I might be doing, Michigan Report from Hell.
Oh!
'Cause
Is it that time?
That's what I put off to do Zelda. I was gonna do that next.
Okay. So when are you going to do Shining Soul 1 and 2?
Is that on a list?
Yeah, because technically Grasshopper Manufacturer is on it, and
Oh, yeah, that's
it's
right.
it's like if we're going to do Lollipop Chainsaw, we gotta do Shining Soul 1 and 2.
I haven't committed to Lollipop Chainsaw.
I have! Do you know how many people I have told? So many people, hey, don't worry, he's gonna be doing Lollipop Chainsaw soon, and you're gonna make me look like a fool.
And the new Doom comes out a week from Tuesday, and I might do a stream of that at some point blind just for fun. I don't know if that'll be a Friday Frank stream or anything. I might just do it that day. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Anyway, thanks for coming, everybody, and have a Frankful
Play
weekend.
Stronghold, it's fun.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
Play
a choice of-
Stronghold.
Bye.
Oh, okay, bye.